What's up, YouTube? GuyWithTheBadEye here again, and welcome to Deadpool 2. Now, I meant to get this out earlier, but what happened was when I originally recorded this, my mic was not plugged in. Now it is plugged in, and the audio is going to be a lot better. So let's start off right off the bat, guys. Non-spoiler parts. The film was definitely more linear. So how the first film, how Deadpool 1 started out, you see Deadpool in the cab, then he's on the bridge, fourth wall break, then he talks about how he got there, then a little bit of backtracking here and there. But no, not this film. This film, some minor backtracking in the beginning, but from the point where Deadpool in the opening scene, how he gets there to the point, well, it takes very quickly done. How he starts there, how he starts at the start point of the movie, how we got there, then from there just go straight on. Very well done. I feel it worked better for this movie because if they did it like the first one, it might not have been as good. And if you want to ask me, yes, I found Deadpool 2 better than Deadpool 1, to be better than Deadpool 1, but I feel if they kind of made it more retrospective, I wouldn't have been as good. I mean, I still would have enjoyed it, but I feel the whole linear style worked in its favor. Another thing, guys, this film is a lot darker than the first one. The overarching theme of what's happening. Yes, they make it funny. They find a way to still throw jokes, still have jokes in there, and still have it work. But just from what happens, just what's happening with Deadpool, with the kid, Fire Fist, and Cable, it is, dang, it's not depressing, but it's like, geez, I didn't expect to see something like that in this film. But let's continue on, guys. The characters, let's continue on. So, what else can I want to say? Okay, that's it for non-spoiler parts, because the rest of stuff I want to talk to will be major spoilers, and I don't want to overarch and talk over what I've already said. But here we go. So, spoiler alert, guys. Click away if you haven't seen the movie yet. But here we go. So, what I meant earlier with the whole, yes, I know I didn't want to overarch, but meaning what I did want to overarch is that how do you say, some of the stuff I want to talk about would ruin the film, and I didn't want to go into it and mess that up. Anyway, here we are. So what I meant earlier by the whole darker theme is just Vanessa's dead. Well, not dead right off the back, DOA, but how it is just Deadpool tries to commit suicide in the beginning of the film, then it goes back to why he commits suicide. Hey, one of the criminals we let go shot her. Deadpool kills him right away. You think it's gonna be Deadpool trying to hunt him down the whole film, but no, killed him almost immediately, and does it in in one of the funniest ways. He just picks him up, hugs him, and then just brings him into oncoming traffic, and they both get hit by the car. How Deadpool tries to commit suicide by blowing himself up, and he's looking at a little music box of Wolverine all laid out on the stump. Yeah, but there's that, and how there's this whole, there's this thing where Deadpool, when he does die, and he sees Vanessa, he tries to go to her because they were planning on having a child. But what happens is, after she's dead, when he goes and sees her, he can't get to her because there's this barrier that's blocking him, and it's his regenerating powers that keep him from being able to be with her. Like how in the comics he can't be with Death because of those powers. And, well, also because Thanos and everything, but that's something else. Sorry, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. But he can't be with her because of those powers. And how that ties in later with the film. And how, how he does finally get the chance, but how he's saved by Cable, and he does get to be with her, then he's taken back. It's still kind of depressing. If they think about that, he has what he wants. He gets to be with her, then he loses it again. And speaking of with Cable, how his story ties in with Fire Fist. How Fire Fist, when he's all grown up, kills Cable's family, and then Cable wants to go to the current time in the film to kill Fire Fist to prevent this stuff from happening. Sorry, that was my phone. How he wants to prevent that from happening. And this, and also too, it's like you don't like you think Fire Fist is like this innocent kid, but no, like this kid has powers. Like he's able like to do all these things that he has. Like he is able like to blow stuff up, like send fire out of his hands. You know, flip these cars are flipping over. He's causing all this destruction, and you think like he's just like this innocent kid who's scared, but no, he's an actual threat. But it's not his fault either. I mean, we see from his story how he's experimented on as a child, and what that does to him, and how it leads to how it leads to Cable's reaction. It's this overarch saying like, who's actually bad here in this situation? Is Cable bad, or like you think? Is Cable bad? Fire Fist bad? Is Deadpool bad? Like you think about it, none of them are really bad. It's just what's happened to them. It's leads their overall arcing reasons for why they need to do what they need to do. My phone is still going off. Jeez. Sorry, guys. And just that got to me. Like, dang, like the movie was still funny, but just seeing that happen, I'm thinking this is more engaging. That's another thing I want to point out. The story was more engaging too than the last one. Last one, a lot of comedy, a lot of action, but just this one, I really felt like I wanted to know what's going to happen. I want to know what this whole thing is going to end up leading to. And I was not disappointed. Those who've seen the film, you know, you understand too how at the end when there's this huge fight scene and Fire Fist, he doesn't know who to trust. He doesn't want to trust anybody. And Deadpool puts on this collar thing that takes away the powers. It takes away mutant abilities or any abilities whatsoever. So Deadpool can't heal. And when when Cable goes to shoot Fire Fist, Deadpool jumps in front of him, gets shot, and since he can't heal, he dies. And earlier, how Cable decides, all right, I'm going to go into the past. It's my last chance to jump to the past. Saves Deadpool. So then Fire Fist sees this and thinks, alright, okay, and that changes the outcome. Cable's family is still alive. But Cable's stuck in the present day. Deadpool's with him, Colossus is with him, Yukio's with him, they're all there, they're all together, and it's great. Another thing too, I want to talk about the characters. Yukio, next on Teenage Warhead, they're all there, Domino's there, with the characters. This film had a great list of characters. And I'll get to X-Force last because we all love X-Force, but Deadpool, just great. Just this whole new thing for him, just being depressed, again using Vanessa, I'm shaking my camera, being depressed about what happened with Vanessa and how it's changing his arc, and he's going to be an X-Men, and that scene just like, where the heck is everybody? In the mansion, you just see Beast, and see Beast close the door so that way Deadpool doesn't see them. That was funny. Also introducing Cable, that was really cool. How you see the gun, you see him in his timeline. Then he goes to the back, and he goes to the past for their timeline, changing of the clothes, looking more trying to look more modern. Just how his reactions with Deadpool and the other characters, that was really good. Just the fight scenes, how Deadpool making fun of him, like, are you sure you're not from the DC universe? And you see like Cable's reason, you think like, oh, he's just an evil guy, but no, he's not. Well, according to the characters, how they think that, you think he's evil, but no, he's not evil. He's doing what he feels he has to do. And Fire Fist too. I thought like he was just going to be this little bratty, like scared kid, but nope. And like I said earlier, you understand his reasons too. Just he's scared. He doesn't know what to think, and he's a little kid imprisoned with all these these big adults, and he doesn't know what to do. So during a prison riot, goes over and makes friends with the biggest guy. Juggernaut. That leads to some hilarious scenes too, when Juggernaut rips Deadpool in half. And a sad thing though, I didn't get to see too much development with Negasonic. I wanted to see a little bit more of her, but I guess she's just doing what she does, just being the teenager that she is, and experimenting and everything. Yukio. But yeah, that was great too. It's like Domino too. I mean, the luck ability, how she's able like to throw her own little witty banter in there, that was hilarious. Now, lastly, X-Force. Zeitgeist, Shatterstar, Bedlam, Vanisher, and Pete. Oh god, just the scenes where like you get to know them, you get to know their powers, and just and then there's the plane scene, just Pete's scared, then when they all go into it, Pete's the only one of them who lands successfully. Well, Domino does too, but just Domino Deadpool and Pete all land successfully, but when Pete decides, like, if Pete's like, oh yeah, X-Force, Pete goes like to help out Zeitgeist, and while Zeitgeist is screaming, he vomits on Pete and just like causes him to melt because of his like you say his radioactive vomit, or his yeah, acid vomit thing. Like Deadpool just reacting and just getting more creeped out by all of it. Or that scene with Vanisher, just I did not know that Vanisher was played by Brad Pitt. That made me laugh my ass off later when I found it out. Someone told me like, oh yeah, that was Brad Pitt. Like what? Looked it up. Like oh, that was wow. I think I blinked during that scene, so I didn't realize that was him because how fast it flashed onto the screen. Yeah, that was great. The action in this movie too, just Deadpool getting his fight scenes in with Cable, and scenes with Fire Fist. Like the first scene you see him in when he's like destroying cars, and his powers are going off, and Deadpool like shoots the scientists that were experimenting on him. That was good too, especially with Domino, how far they were able to make her luck ability go, like her luck power, how well it works in her favor. Not only were those scenes cool, but they were funny, and I mean really funny. All right, what else? Here I got my little script here. And yeah, that's really it, guys. There's nothing I disliked about this film. I mean, I can't really say anything that I did dislike. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, except for the after credit scene. That was great. Just that after credit scene was the icing on the cake of that film. Just Deadpool getting Cable's time travel device, going back in time, not only saving Vanessa and ruining the whole arc of the film, not like in a bad way, like saying oh, we learned our lesson, you know, like doing for the better. No, just ruining, like Deadpool learned nothing. That's what made it great. Just Deadpool saves the day, like, oh yeah, time to do more. Goes back, saves Pete. I just love that. Go home, Pete! I'd say the same thing, man. Pete's like, you sexy mustache, you. He's like, go home, alright, you're just a regular guy, don't get caught up in the rest of this. That was good. Also, when he goes back to, he shoots Ryan Reynolds while he's reading the the Green Lantern script, or he goes over and kills the other Deadpool. You see Wolverine just reacting to it, like that was good. Then he just overkills it. That whole message, like, did the film actually happen now because with that going on? Yeah, but the film was great, guys, and I don't know what else to say. Like, I'll definitely probably end up buying this movie. Yeah, but Deadpool 2 is great. I love Deadpool 2. And one thing I meant to say to the guys, I saw this film with my girlfriend. Yes, I'm officially taken now. That's right. I couldn't get her to review the film with me. She's away right now. She's on a trip with her family. And babe, I love you if you see this. So just anyway, guys, if I can, I'll get her in a review, or I'll get one of my friends in a review, and I'll try changing my background because I'm planning on getting a new video editor soon that might allow me to change the background because Windows Movie Maker only does so much. But anyway, guys, here we go. This is GuyWithTheBadEye, signing out. Thanks for joining me.